begin. Let's see. And we are live. What is up, guys? Praxeology Prodigy back with another Red Pill Lens movie review. Today we have Interstellar. What a great film, man. Awesome film. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. It really didn't have much like RP dynamics. Unfortunately, it had a lot of like scientific shit, but I made the most of the little scenes that we did have and tried expanding a little bit upon that and tried implementing a little bit of like some thought experiments and whatnot in between them, so we can make the most out of this movie because it's a really good film. I really liked it. So yeah, let's jump right into it. First point we have here is we see our first interaction with the family. We have a grandpa, which we later find out is the father of the main character's wife. Right, so we have grandpa, we have Cooper, the main character, we have Murph and Tom, or Tommy, whatever you want to call him. Murph and Tom are Cooper's children. And we see Coop is a little busy doing some shit. He's on his little laptop working, whatever. This tells me that it's a little bit RP, that he's already accepted his burden of performance. Obviously, he has kids and whatnot, so why wouldn't he? But then we see him kind of ignoring them in a sense because Murph asks him about some little lander that he had, a little toy lander that it broke because of her ghost that she had. And Cooper kind of dismisses her. But we see the grandpa is like the blue pill rock dynamic, kind of the feminine, if you would call it, of the family and whatnot. So he tells Coop to go. He gives Coop that eye. He gives him that look, that body language type of look, and it's like, yeah, engage with the kid, man. Come on, engage with Murph. Play the game with her. Keep her in check. And we see right away that Coop plays the game with Murph. He explains to Murph about, what does he explain to her? Something about the lander, or no, was it about Murph's law? I don't know, man. Fuck, this was the beginning. Sorry guys, but yeah, he tells her some shit. He explains some things to Murph and basically shows amuse mastery, which tells me he's pretty game savvy. He read the body language from the grandpa. He understood that look. He's like, all right, you got me. I'll fucking play with them. Play with them and play with them. So he plays with Murph a little bit. Tom, not really. He's, a teenage boy. Doesn't really get it. Doesn't seem like a natural. We find out later on he's very blue pill, so he doesn't get it at all. So yeah, that's the first thing. We kind of get the family dynamic there going on. All right, next point. We see that Coop pulls up to the parent-teacher conference, and we get to see that he is a smart guy and a good dad. We get to see some of his credentials. He's like an engineer, or used to be one, and used to be a pilot or whatever. And yeah, good father as well, because he stood up for his kids. He wants the best for his kids. He wants the best for his son. Unfortunately, his son didn't get the best scores. And then now Murph. Something's up with Murph. She brought a book about the Apollo missions, and I guess in this timeline, the Apollo missions were proven as fake to bankrupt the Soviet Union, whatnot. So all that shit's like conspiracy theory 101 just got approved in this movie. So yeah, and in this case, because Coop used to be in NASA, he knew she wasn't in the wrong. And instead of bowing down to his dumb teachers, or to her dumb teachers, telling him to discipline, he's basically spat in the face of the system. Again, he did it like in a game manner, showing positive masculinity and strong frame for him and his kids. he's like, oh, you know what? Instead of disciplining her, there's this baseball game in town. It has candy, popcorn, a lot of fun stuff. I think I'll take the kid there. So the teachers are in awe. They're like, oh my goodness, this guy is fucking just games us. Too good. fucking badass. And then we also find out in that scene that his wife died due to cancer because they didn't diagnose her with the proper, was it an MRI machine? Something like that. You know what? All right, I'm sorry, pause. Just give me a break. I'll pause this for a second. I'm going to go off topic. I'm feeling so low energy recently in the mornings. I don't know why. I normally have good energy. Yesterday I thought it's because I went a few rounds on the bob, but it wasn't that. I'm feeling the exact same. I think doing these streams early on in the morning. Right now it's almost 11. I normally do my streams like at 11:30 to 12, but early on. Well, yesterday I did it at 12 as well. Maybe it's something with me, because if you guys notice, excuse me. If you guys notice, my past streams been like good energy and shit, but now I'm just like down for some reason. Maybe I'm catching another cold because I'm like coughing again and shit. And man, this is weird. I don't know, man. I'm yawning. What the fuck am I yawning? I'm not even tired. I woke up. I slept just fine. This is so weird, man. All right. All right, back to the point. Look, guys, I have a soul. I'm a human. You guys can hear it. All right. Okay, back to the point. Yeah, so his wife dies. We find that out in that scene. And he still has a thing for her. He still hasn't moved on. So this tells me he has a scarcity mentality to an extent. So for now, we'll consider Cooper a blue pill alpha. Okay, next point. We get to a small scene. It's just a tiny scene where Coop tells Murph the ghost is communicating in binary. And then from here, they go off to the coordinates that the ghost gave them. And then she sneaks into the car without him knowing. You guys know this scene. As soon as he discovers that she's in the car with him, what does he do? He doesn't get mad. He doesn't feel any emotion. He does the right choice, the right thing. He puts her to work right away and keeps her busy with play. He plays with her, right? He says, all right, Murph, you're here. He does a little joking little pat on her leg, whatever, and then he's like, all right, I need you to be my like navigator for this. I need you to work. Come on, keep you busy. Let's go. That's good. Good game tactic. Keeping them busy. Right? And it's also, he's playing with her. He looks at her, like, again, like I said, he's like jiggling her leg, just joking around with her, playing with her. This is great father figure dynamic. Obviously, this is his daughter, but this is a fucking perfect example of the dynamic of how it basically is supposed to be played or engaged in or deployed with your in your red pill life, right? And then also the other part is when she goes to sleep, he puts a little blanket over her, showing protector traits, father figure dynamic, whatnot. So yeah, but still, so far as we can tell, he's still blue pill alpha. Oh fuck. Bro, now I got the hiccups, bro. What the fuck is wrong with me right now? Yo, this is all going to shit right now. Okay. That's it for that point. Next point. We get to a scene where Coop is explaining why he has to leave to Murph. They talk with NASA. He understood the mission. Now, we see a very sad moment in between them. And we have an interesting flip here in how humans handle shit. Obviously, in the red pill, we're aware of the war bride dynamic, right? Obviously, Murph is the female. She's 10 years old, I believe, and Coop is in his, what, 30s? 33, 34? Actually, no, I lied. This is the comparison between Murph and Tom. Tom is, what, let's say 14, 15. Murph is 10. So we see that Murph is very distraught at losing her father, while Tom understands what's up. And you would think some kind of war bride dynamic for Murph would kick in and help her out a little bit, but it's the opposite, right? Tom, the boy, is chilling while Murph is losing it. She's fucking going insane after Coop leaves. I heard in a Freud audiobook the other day. Let me see. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure I heard it in Freud. In the book, what's it called? A General Introduction to Psychoanalysis. I'm just hearing it on Audible. Just want to listen to some Freud or whatever. But I'm going to paraphrase here what I heard. I heard that mothers and daughters are somewhat... the genders, right, are somewhat combative. So mothers, daughters, fathers, and son, because they know innately their competition or eventual competition. Right, so that's why you have a better dynamic with mother and son and father and daughter, because they're not competing. They're just they're the counterparts, so they're like more open to them. Does that make sense? Yeah, I butchered it really bad, but fuck it. Only getting better. Let's go. So yeah, maybe there's something like that going on, because Tom doesn't care. Also, his testosterone is probably kicking in because he's a teen, so he's probably thinking about all these teenage boy shit, right? While Murph is getting all these... she's probably also getting a little bit of some hormonal thing kicking in, right? But, and also she's losing that positive masculine rock in her life, man. Great scene. That's a great scene, man, when Coop goes and talks with Murph. And she finds out that he doesn't know when he's coming back, whatever. Yeah, fuck, man. What a fucking scene. Let's see. Next point. Okay, so fast forward and we get to Miller's planet. Oh my goodness, this scene, bro, pissed me off. We get to Miller's planet, and the only hen that was there, the only hen. Oh my god. The only hen that was on the mission basically ruins the whole side quest they had going on, trying to be super hen, but it backfires. And then we get back to the ship where Coop gets the messages from his son. Oh yeah, the whole scene just all fumbled by his fucking dumb hen over here. But they get back to the ship. They understand because of super hen they fucked up. So they get messages from... Coop gets messages from his son. So this is where we start getting into more RP red pill dynamic. I mean, red pill, blue pill dynamics. Okay. So we see the kid from a young age. The blue pill runs very strong in this kid, Tom. Because he's talking about, I met this girl. He calls some hen the one. He says, I met this girl, Dad, and I think she's the one. As soon as I hear that, I'm like, fuck. Fucking hen, bro. They have their fucking fangs deep into these fucking guys, man. Blue pill from a young age. The Matrix. Damn, bro. Hen, bro. That shit woke me up. Yeah, the blue pill runs strong in this kid and calls a hen the one. And fast forward again through the messages. He marries her and has a kid with her after some time. He's also very whipped. And blue pill, right? She tells him he can't send any more videos out to his father in space because you could tell she needs some indignation or some kind of, I don't know, something, right? And the blue pill kid, Tom, fucking listens to her like a good little scarcity mentality blue pill boy. Good boy. Wee. Like, does a few minutes of your husband's time trying to send messages to his pops that may or may not be alive really bother you that fucking much, you dumb hen? Like, bro, really? And also, dude, you need some frame, bro. This kid needs some fucking frame, some balls. He needs to tell her, bro, look, bitch, this is my father. 2 minutes a day or every other day hurts you that much? Shut the fuck up. Go back to the fucking farm, whatever. Do something. Go pick some corn or some shit, or cook, whatever. Like, clean all the dust. There's hella shit to do around here. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway. Bruh, shaking my head, bruh. Whatever. Next point. Alright. So then we get to the scene where they gotta choose what planet to go to next. And we find out the Brand Hen. We're gonna call her Brand Hen. Brand Hen. She's an alpha widow. Who would have known? Like, well, Coop knew. We'll get to that in a bit. So she talks about how love is the only thing that can transcend space-time, or space and time, but Coop has to use his pragmatic male thinking and is skeptical about trusting the hen again. Oh, that rhymes. The hen again. That sounds like a fucking Dr. Seuss little book. Yo, I'm gonna write Dr. Seuss red pill books, man. The hen is at it again. That's gonna be the name of my first book. Yo, I'm gonna write children's red pill aware book. Yo, holy shit, I'm gonna do that. Yo, I'll write that shit down. Yo, fucking red pill. Hold on, I'm actually writing this shit down. Red pill, children's book. Yo, oh my god, I have a caveman brain, so it'll translate good to fucking kids and shit. Children's book. First book. The hen. The hen is at it again. Yo, I'm dead serious about this shit too, bro. I'm gonna start writing some children's book when I got some spare time. I'm gonna make it about should I make it about a hen? Obviously, the Matrix, the hen. And then what, a rooster? Blue pill rooster? Or a little chicken little? Probably a chicken little trying to become a rooster, but the hen is infiltrating his mind. Be a good rooster. Just be an alarm clock in the morning. Be an alarm clock at 5 a.m. Don't do anything else with your life. Sit here, protect me, and be my alarm clock. Or the other rooster, or the chicken little can follow the other roosters and be like, come with us, let's fly, let's go fly out in the fields. We can't fly, but we try to fly. Let's try our hardest to fly. You want to be a degenerate over there? This is the hen speaking. She's like, you want to be a degenerate, try to fly out there? Or do you want to do what I tell you to do? Oh shit, that's a good premise. I'm gonna come back and listen to that shit what I just said. I'm actually gonna write this shit down. Hold on. Hen Matrix. Main character, Chicken Little. RP character. Rooster. Premise. Rooster. RP. Rooster. Fly. Or become utility to hen. To blue pill hen. Alarm clock / protector. Yo, you guys think I'm joking, bro? I'm dead ass. Red pill aware children's book. I'm gonna fucking do it. Let's go, baby. Back to the point. Yo, what the fuck? Let's go, baby. We. You guys just witnessed an idea be born. I was just fucking around, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So the testosterone is telling me do it. I'm writing this shit down right here and just fucking brainstorming and. Oh, caveman brain, man. You guys gotta love this shit, bro. Okay. Okay, back to the point. Back to the point. No more off topic. Okay, so we find out, yeah, Brand Hen is an alpha widow. She talks about love, yeah, blah blah blah. We just said this. And yeah, Coop is using his pragmatic brain, his pragmatic side, because he's focused on the mission. And he does the coldest thing and flips off Brand Hen and goes to Mann's planet, because he's like, well, you said he was the best astronaut guy, so his things are coming back positive, his signal's still coming back good, and your alpha over here, his signal is lost and shit. And yeah, it's good good data, right? But the signal. So let's be pragmatic here. The guy that encouraged and led 12 astronauts to basically a suicide mission, he's still getting a great signal. The data is not the greatest, but we have someone with no signal and it's okay data. But what just happened right now? This, we'll see. All right, so yeah, he basically flips her off and says, we're going to Mann's planet. And back to the original point, I don't know how he found out she liked Wolf, or she was alpha widow from Wolf, from their previous interaction. I assume it was because of her awkward body language when his name came up, because they did interact, and he asks about the astronauts that went on these missions. So she acted a little awkward, like you could tell her... Excuse me. She acted a little bit awkward with her body language, her tonality, her vocal annotations and all that changed up when his name was brought up. So he could tell, there's something going on here. Then he asked Tars, and Tars was acting weird as well. He was like, there's nothing going on. So he had good intuition, good reads from Coop. So yeah, great social calibration, if that doesn't tell you anything. Yeah, great social calibration. Okay, cool. Next point. Then we get to the biggest RP bombshell. This is my probably my favorite point of the whole film, because it's you can kind of juxtapose this scenario with the Matrix and hypergamy and whatnot. And there's this tweet that I don't even want to bring it up right now, but maybe I'll bring it up in the next RP Rants. I bookmarked it, but let's get through this point here, and let's start our little thought experiment, okay? So, yeah, we get our biggest RP bombshell with something dark yet beautiful, okay? Murph finds out everyone was fooled by Gramps Brand, and her little handbrain was just molded and coached by the smartest man in her time. He had no choice, okay? He knew, with the information that he had at the time, that in order to save the species, okay, this isn't him and his daughter, this is the species, us humans, okay? He had to make the ultimate sacrifice and let the remaining humans die and allow for the mission to be completed, which was setting up a colony and starting the process of rebuilding. Okay. He did this kind of like Ozymandias did this to his world by tricking them and creating a common enemy. In this case, it's not the like apples to apples. It's a little bit different, but the underlying premise of tricking the world is still there. Okay. Right. And this basically, this is keeping them. This is keeping the peace, right? Keeping them working together before allowing the remainders to descend into chaos, preventing a potential solution to prevail, which, spoiler alert, they do prevail, right? Do you think they probably could have, do you think Murph would have been able to put two and two together if the remaining humans were all in chaos and she had to worry about surviving, and she didn't get to go back to her farm because she had to stay in the underground bunker because the surface people were like rioting and trying to kill people for food or whatever? You see what I mean? So he did this at the time knowing, okay, look, with the information I have now, this is Grandpa Brand. I have to, for the time being, keep the peace with the remaining humans so that way the main mission, which is to colonize another planet, can succeed. And if hopefully something, there's a breakthrough that comes about, we somehow get some information or a genius, some miracle happens, we're able to save the remaining humans. The only way we can do that is to keep them in peace, keeping them working together, keeping them with hope, and keep trying, right? Keep trying, keeping that core village-esque type of mentality and not descending into chaos and whatnot, right? Because again, if there's chaos, you think Murph could have been able to go back to the farm and, do all this shit and figure it out? No. Okay, back to the point. So, yeah, this is keeping the people working together to prevent them from descending to chaos. That could potentially prevent a potential solution, right? Or preventing a potential solution to prevail, which it did in this case, which is great. And this kind of makes me think of the Matrix, right? What do you think about when you hear the word the Matrix? The system, the Sisterhood Uber Atlas, the Blue Pill, the Disney World ideology, and all that shit, all those fucking myths, the fantasies, the Blue Pill dreams, the of love and war archetypes that we have fucking shoved down our throats since even before we're born. It fucking transcends that, bro. It's our parents, their parents, our mothers, their mothers. It's everything around us, our friends, our peer groups. The whole thing, it's rigged against it's just rigged against us, man. So when you're unplugged for the first time and you go into red pill rage, Rollo says it best, man. The anger, the red pill rage is not against our counterparts, our gender counterparts, right? The opposite gender, the hens. Kidding. It's not against them, but rather anger that the whole system is rigged against us. And since, like I said, before we're even born, we're in a deficit. The deficit that we're in, and we're just waiting for that one day to just get it and finally accept our burden of performance without knowing it, and without knowing how human nature truly works, so we can regain whatever power we have left and are able to allow our dark triad tendencies to start manipulating our own reality for our own benefit. It sounds weird, right? That, like, why do you want to understand human nature so you can, use your dark triad to manipulate your own reality? It's just freedom. It's freedom. We need this freedom as a man. Like, we yearn for this. That's why after red pill rage, you just get red pill monotone. You're just like a robot. You're just like, what the fuck? You understand what has to be done now, and you're kind of finding your way back to your humanity, without reviving your blue pill self. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's yeah, I said what I said. Okay. So now we start to question, if we see the Matrix / Brands / Ozymandias lies, I start to question, is it really trying to help us or protect us from ourselves? What's it trying to do? What's the end goal of, in this case, the Matrix, Brand, Ozymandias? Their whole means of the character Brands and Ozymandias was to keep the peace between the two people, right? Between the remaining humans, so we can go back to a peaceful time. Well, obviously we know the Matrix is not trying to do that. It's, what is the Matrix? Basically feminism, basically retribution and restitution. Is trying to squeeze all that ounce of utility from us, and then just fucking, oh, you don't get it? Too bad. Too bad, so sad. Go out there and suffer the consequences of being a fucking blue pill beta and not getting it. You don't just get it. You're our next meal. You see the you see the evil in that? Fuck, man. I can't even compare the Matrix and Brand and Ozymandias. At least they had an underline. Brand and Ozymandias had the betterment of the survival and the betterment of the species in mind. Okay, but looking at it objectively, technically, hypergamy does the same thing. Okay, as bad as it sounds. This is why I personally love hypergamy, man. It's, you have to accept it, man. It's unbiased. It's just pure survival. It's the rawest form of keeping our species intact, right? In this movie's case, our ability to accept our end, potentially, and keep working will allow the next iteration of the species to succeed by continuing our current mission of fair and unbiased organized survival. Right? I talk about hypergamy somewhere in here. Where did I put it at? I put it on my score right here, but I'll just bring it up now and I'll touch back on it on my score. Right? So it's like understanding hypergamy and accepting it and almost loving it to a point, because you start realizing, as dark as it is, it's necessary for our survival to keep getting better and not stagnating, that it's for the betterment of the species and its survival. Okay, so that's why I mentioned the Matrix in this point, and I'll touch on this point probably in my next Red Pill Rant podcast. There's a tweet talking about hypergamy that it's basically just a fun little tweet that, oh, if it wasn't for hypergamy, us as males would have stagnated. And if some guy shows a picture of a fucking like 1-bedroom apartment, or he says something about a 1-bedroom apartment because we're so content as males that we would just literally live off basic necessities. And hypergamy pushes us over the edge to accept the burden of performance and just get it and try to pursue the betterment of ourselves and the best possible versions we can share, best possible version of ourselves we can share with the world. So again, the human species and society can benefit from that. Okay, next point. Then we see Murph's blue pill boyfriend, Doctor. He tries helping her blue pill brother's family, but the blue pill loser, punches him because he's afraid of zeroing out. You can tell he doesn't want to lose his everything that he has. So it's zeroing out. He knows that if he lets his family go and they abandon the farm, they're gonna lose everything. And his family's probably going to leave him like, oh, what a fucking loser, he can't even provide. So he doesn't want to zero out. So that's why he does that emotional response. But to be fair, he does have a burden of performance, which is providing for his family and the remaining humans, right? So I also think he has accepted even if it means compromising the safety of his family due to the dust, right? So it's kind of like, give up now after all these years of trying, or just keep it going and understanding the risks. So to an extent, you kind of do have to understand the blue pill guy's point. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit of burdens of performance there. So next point. Now we get to where Dr. Mann shows his true colors, and he basically shows that he's a rat, and he kills Rom and leaves Coop to die because he's a coward, too scared to accept the fate that he was 100% certain he was going into. What a rat, man. If you're afraid to die, you should have not gone on the mission, bro. Just sit there on Earth and suffocate, right, with the rest. or be put in the history books as a great leader, right? Savior of the human species. Honorable. But yeah, anyway, the rat steals the ship and tries to dock onto the space station, and he fucks up and almost takes out the future of humanity as we know because of his ignorant solipsistic nature. Luckily, Coop is a human male and takes matters into his own hands, and his instincts kick in. His pragmatic intuition kicks in, and he adapts perfectly to the situation. We have the most tense scene of the film. I have a little screenshot here of the docking scene. This scene is just fucking whoa, bro. Whoa, like you can feel it, man. It's just the music, that action that he springs into right away. The hen tells him, "No, we can't do this. It's almost impossible." He says, "Almost, but we got to do it. Come on. It's necessary. It's not at this point. It's not. Oh, we might die. No, it's if we don't do this now, the fucking future of our species is over. You don't get it. It's over. It's Jover, bro." No, I'm not listening to no fucking hen. This his like full RP truth awareness like kicks in. Like his full masculine testosterone says, "I'm not gonna fucking let our species die." Like fuck no. So he goes full fucking blast, full red pill blast, man. That's beautiful, man. Our biology as a male, bro. What the fuck? Kind of like I mentioned that video the other day, that as a man, like your biology is your best friend, bro. Like, you might be having a hard day, but your biology kicks in, and the moment it kicks in, it's just your best friend, bro. What the fuck? Yo, I love being a fucking male, bro. Holy shit, bro. Fuck yes. Yes. I love it. Oh fuck. Not next point. We're still on the same point. Yeah. The 10th scene of the docking. So, bro, and of course throughout this scene, the hen passed out. She passed out. She was so useless. Like Coop was like, "Yo, if I pass out, take over." But of course he didn't pass out. He didn't even have a fucking helmet, bro. And they opened up the hatch up top for TARS. So now he has no oxygen. He has no helmet on. Now he's experiencing a knockout level of G-force. Bro, what a G this guy is, bro. He's over here. His hen counterpart that has just as much training as him to be an astronaut, right? To withstand G's. And he's not getting any oxygen. She's getting a full tank of oxygen, full helmet, everything's solid. And this guy's experiencing knockout level G's, no oxygen, no helmet, nothing, and he still manages to dock successfully. Bro, what the fuck, man? I'm telling you, bro. Testosterone, bro. Let's go. Let's fucking go, bro. All right, next point. So after that, Coop realizes that he has to accept plan B, because he's like, okay, that's it. Fuck time, fuck everything. He says, fuck it all. I need our species to survive. Okay, so he accepts plan B for the betterment of the species, but he makes the ultimate sacrifice, going into unknown territory to get information about the singularity, to try to save the remaining humans and also his kids, right? Leaving behind Brand Hen to save her as well. Bro, this is high level testosterone shit you can only get from a father. Like, I'm sorry, but no hen would be this courageous enough and adaptable to these situations. You guys just don't understand, bro. Right? Back to back to back to back to back to adapt to his circumstance and overcome and make the ultimate sacrifice type situation. This is in what literally feels like seconds, bro. He does this in a matter of minutes or hours, bro. This is crazy, bro. Like, what a main character, bro. You guys don't understand positive masculinity. This is literally the embodiment of it. Okay, let's run it down here. What happens? he manages to save himself from Mann's shenanigans, gets saved by the hen, saves the space station in the ultimate high risk, high reward scenario, thus saving the mission. So he saves the mission. That's 3 fucking saves right there. 3 back-to-back-to-back adaptations and overcome. Saves Plan B. 4. Saves the future of the species. 5. Sacrifices himself to save Brand because he knew she needed more momentum to go off into the planet or whatever. And also make the ultimate sacrifice for Brand and ultimately what remains of the humans on Earth, and most importantly his kids, bro. Okay, bro, you guys just don't get it, man. You guys will never understand the burn-up performance this man had. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. The fucking positive masculinity, you just feel it radiating out of him. You're just like, it just makes you proud, man. It's just like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. This like encourages you to be like the best positive masculine figure ever, right? I can only imagine the weight he had on his shoulders, but he had to do what he had to do. He had no other choice. Like, bravo, bro. Like, in the matter of seconds and minutes and hours, he had to think of all this right there. He had to give up his potential, like seeing his kids ever again or whatever, ever seeing Brand ever again, ever seeing the species ever again, ever. Just wow. Okay, next point. Okay, next point. So we get to the bookshelf scene. This shit's crazy because it kind of shows us like string theory, kind of, because like it's like strings, gravity is strings and shit, I guess. And then it also, like Tar said, they made the how the fuck did these movie creators think about this? How they made time 3-dimensional, right? You can go forward or backward or whatever with time. That's crazy, bro. This is like next level thinking on this movie, man. It's aged so well. Okay, but back to the point. The power of the love between the father and the child and Murph. Like, bro, fucking Brandhand, she was right. Like, love transcends space and time. Like, that shit's crazy. That's RP, bro. I mean, that's positive masculinity right there. Burn of performance. That's all around red pill awareness right there. Not you wouldn't do that with scarcity mentality. You wouldn't do that with the blue pill thoughts or ideology, whatever the fucking blue pills think, man. It's just all RP. That's all RP. What the main character is doing. And he says, yeah, like he puts 2 and 2 together. He's like, the beings shows me so I can tell Murph about this and that love, that bond. She knows, like, she has that chick crack intuition. So, you know, the beings knew that the hen would have to be the one to do it because she has that feminine intuition, the mysterious bullshit, whatever, that connection, whatever. But it's love, like, for her father, that deep conversion. They're all born with deep conversion for father, right? Because it's the first man they see in their life. So that's like the ultimate archetype of father figure, right? Their father figure. Okay. But yeah, we go to where everything's solved and Coop finally sees his daughter. And this scene's really good, man, because he gets back to Murph and the scene is drowning you with that little song, that little fucking song that's playing. It's so good. And when Murph is like, my dad made a promise to me that he'll be back, and I knew you'd be back because you made a promise, and no one believed you were my ghost and shit. Like, that shit hits you, bro. You're like, damn. Like, I mean, it really was her pops that saved the world, to be honest, and the species. But all right, we'll give it to her. Whatever. She did help too. I'll give her like 25%. Because Cooper did like 75% of the heavy lifting, bro. He had to leave his kids, bro. You think a blue pill guy would leave his... Nah, fuck no. Okay. Yeah, so her pops did hella shit, man. So But she did get that chick crack part again and put two together, so a quarter isn't bad for that. That was the final point, actually. I didn't realize that. Okay, so oh shit, 45 minutes. Probably all my fucking off-topic rants and shit. We get to the movie score. RP score for this film, I'll give it a 3 out of 10. There isn't much RP in this film, like fundamentals, but you understand the basics. You see RP when RP is there. So there's some RP in here, like good game, positive masculinity, having to make sacrifices for the species type shit, you know, and also that comparison for Brand's mission to like hypergamy and accepting it, right? Because it's kind of necessary for our survival type shit, and not to stay stagnating. It's just for the betterment of the species. Okay, but yeah, and then the blue pill score, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. A lot of blue pill sprinkled throughout in the intersexual dynamics aspect of the film, but what really held it together was the family aspect at the core of the film. The relationship parts they were really secondary. So the blue pill isn't in your face that much. It's more of just the RP things. But yeah, it's you could tell it's just really blue pill. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this one. Interstellar, fucking great film. Next film I'm going to do before I get to the Bond series is either The Notebook or Forrest Gump. Probably gonna be Forrest Gump, I think, because I got Prime and I think I saw it on there. If not, if they're not on Prime, I'll just do The Notebook first and shit, because I want to do some intersexual dynamics breakdowns that have some substance, kind of like Titanic. That was a good one. That one was an hour long though. So it'll be a long one if I do that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'll probably do a RPR. I don't know when I'll do an RPR. Let's see, because I'm still trying to like put some shit together, because I want to have some like substances before I do that shit. I want to find some like really good talking points, get some good videos or clips or whatever to break down, or some good threads to go over. I'd love to do that. So maybe I could do it today. I don't want to keep making promises, because yesterday I was like, I'll do one later today, but I didn't do anyone because I was like, I don't. It's just like when I find the content on Twitter or whatever, I'm just like, it's not RPR worthy. I want something to be RPR worthy, because then I see like some clips that are RP or whatever, but then they just don't have enough to like break down or talk about or just go over as much shit from the red pill as possible. You know what I mean? So I want it to be really with like deeply ingrained in RP and blue pill dynamics. Okay, but yeah, today, Tuesday, 10K steps. That's about it, really. So yeah, who knows? We'll see what I do later today. All right, guys, thank you guys for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed this breakdown. That's it. Wee.